which opens this week. And we are also going to be speaking to the only actress ever to have played Glinda and Elphaba, Louise Dearman. I'm very excited about that. I am really rather excited about that. But first, what's up first, Nate?
I thought I'd play Louise Dearman's song, seeing as you're going to be speaking to her in about 5 minutes.
And then I can put her on hold and she can listen to herself sing.
People love that. So this is a Scott Allen song, and it's from the Scott Allen live concert.
Which is brilliant.
And it's Julia Murney and Louise Dearman singing, and there it is, / Magic.
When I was young, I fantasized. I thought each reverie came true. Secured away, unawakened, a prince's kiss would bring me to. We'd ride away upon his horse. We'd journey till the sky appeared. His hair would blow upon my face. We'd live happily for years. When you're young, you dream for hours. But I have learned dreams fade away, and there it is. His hands, they're warm like a summer day. His lips taste sweet like honeydew. Sometimes I'll cry when we make love. It's almost too good to be true. The two of us can talk for hours about what seems like nothing much at all. He's not afraid to show his affection. He's not afraid to fall deeply in love. And there it is. That's just the thing. I'm not the same. I am afraid. I'm scared to death to love the way that I once did. If I surrender, would it hurt me like it did back then? He's a budding rosebud. I'm just a thorn upon his stem. He's misunderstanding, but he still loves me as I am. And there it is. Yes, there it is. Yes, I know he loves me. Maybe it's time to let him in. Start my heart over. Let this new chapter begin with him. Lost in a daze, confused by these emotions. Should I have stayed so deeply in his arms? No man I've known has ever seemed to touch me the way he did. My heart wants to run, but the rest of me is curious. Exactly how do you plan to keep me here? Is it your touch or your kiss, or a single night of pleasure, or is it magic? Yes, there was magic, and I deserve magic. Yes, I deserve a way out of this life that I'm living. Try to save me, try to free me if you can, 'cause all the knights and the kings and the royal
is Louise Dearman, and fingers crossed she's there. Hello.
Hello, I'm here.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
I thought that was very good, actually. I'm very good, thank you.
Oh,
How are you?
We're good. We're good. We're very excited to be chatting to you, actually. We're proper fanboys. We went to see Make Me a Song, actually, at the Charing Cross Theatre.
Oh, did you?
A few years ago, and we got very excited you were in it.
Oh, I was back there last month, actually, doing One Singular Sensation with Edward Seckerson.
Oh,
and I sang Anytime.
Oh, that was the one.
So Make Me a Song, yeah.
Yeah. It was a great concert, wasn't it?
Oh, it was fantastic. Really good.
H from Steps in it. What was not to love about that?
H from Steps. He's still one of my dear friends.
He gets so much stick, doesn't he?
Oh, I don't know what. He's amazing. He got me and my boyfriend together.
Oh.
So I have him to thank for that.
Oh. That's lovely.
Bless him.
That's like a little radio working exclusive, maybe.
There you go. He's super talented, you know.
H the matchmaker.
Yeah, H's a matchmaker and an artist now. Does everything.
Yeah, he does draw, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could get him on to tell us his 5
Oh,
favourite.
you should. There's lots going on in his life, so it's a very interesting interview.
But there's lots going on in your life. You are the only lady to have played both Elphaba and Glinda in Wicked.
Yeah, I know.
That's amazing.
I'm very lucky. I'm a lucky girl. I still can't quite believe it happened, if I'm completely honest. I look back and think, did I really do that? But you know, what an incredible opportunity. And I have to say, it's hats off to the producers and the creative team of Wicked who, who even came up with the idea and gave me a call and said, what do you think? Because honestly, I say it time and time again in interviews, I honestly wouldn't have put myself up for it. I would have kind of let that moment pass me by. But had they not called me and said, come and have a little sing-song.
Because we've spoken to a couple of other people that have played one or the other, and we asked, would you like to play the other one? They're like, no, I couldn't do it.
Do you know what though? It's what I trained in so many different styles of singing, and still to this day, I don't want to miss out on singing any of them. So it's important that I do, continue to use all the different parts of my voice. It's fun. It's really good fun. It's what being an actress is about.
Absolutely. What I'd like to know is, did you at any point, you're obviously a professional, so I'm sure this didn't happen, get a bit confused in one show? And
the worst I did was sing the wrong harmony. I just joined in with Gina Beck. And she was like, what are you doing? That's the worst I did. And maybe a line or two. I might have joined in with a line of hers or two. But no, it wasn't too bad. I did have 10 months in between. I think it would have been very difficult had I gone straight from one to the next. Near on impossible, because to get your voice to do... to be up in the gods singing soprano and then suddenly melting everybody's faces off belting, that would have been difficult from one day to the next. But I had a good 10 months in between.
Oh. And what did you do in those 10 months? Just rest?
No, gosh, it was... I'm trying to think back, actually. No, there was lots going on. I literally left. I recorded... I just finished recording Here Comes the Sun, my second album. So I was doing lots of promotion with that. I went on tour with Lee Mead, supporting him. I did loads of concert work, actually, that year. And lots of kind of little bits and pieces, but I really enjoyed it because sometimes I think if you're in a long-running show and you're doing 8 shows a week, you crave variety.
I bet.
And so I make sure that in between those long contracts, I do as much as I possibly can. Which seems like a good idea at the time, but it's like last year actually has been fabulous in the same way, lots of different things, and this coming year is going to be exactly the same.
So my final Wicked question is, which one do you prefer?
Oh, that's too hard. People ask me it all the time, and it depends what mood I'm in, honestly.
Fair enough.
Of course, I love comedy, and I love that kind of, that style of singing as well in soprano, that comedy soprano. So Glinda was lots of fun, and she's very girly. But, of course, as Elphaba, I love the physical transformation into Elphaba, and I kind of felt a lot more comfortable in her boots. Kind of being a bit tomboyish, so yeah, I quite like that.
Oh, it's a very diplomatic answer, I think.
I'm just going to be kind to both. I couldn't possibly, let one down.
You have an epic amount of Twitter followers.
They're amazing.
That's amazing, isn't it?
They're lovely.
Do you think that's the Wicked phenomenon? We've spoken again to quite a few Wicked people, and the love for that show is enormous, isn't it?
Yeah. Like nothing I've ever experienced, if I'm honest. And we were warned about it. The producer said to us, you will have experienced nothing like this before. The fans are so loyal, so supportive. They care about the show and the performers in it so much. And they were right. I've been very lucky and had lots of followers and supporters and fans throughout my years in the business. Gosh, I'm really old now, don't I? But, you know, as soon as Wicked hit, I noticed a real change, actually. Lots of people who are huge fans of the show completely took me under their wing and have been with me ever since. And they're all fantastic. They're at all my concerts and send me lovely messages on Twitter. It's, you know, they're really, really great. Very lucky.
It was quite exciting, I think, about Wicked. From our point of view, we're a bit vocal about terrible musicals that seem to have an epic following for no reason at all. But Wicked is a really good show, isn't it?
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
And it kind of deserves that love, I think, because it's just, and I find it fascinating that the fans get so excited not when someone's sick, but when someone's off and then someone else is going to play the role. It's not a case of, it's the understudy. It's a case of, I want to see this person play Elphaba.
Yeah, I really like that, because a lot of the time people go, you know, and it's none of our fault if we, you know, we're only human, so if we have to go off, we have to go off. But I do love that about Wicked. They're excited to see what somebody else will do with the role, and they kind of completely embrace that, which is brilliant. And it's the way it should be. You know, you should completely support other people who are going to play it, because quite frankly, it's terrifying. You know, both of those roles, there's nowhere to hide. You're completely exposed, and so if you've got that nice support network around you, and you've got the fans cheering you when you come on stage, it's really lovely. And you know, it's the same with me when I took over Diane Pilkington. I was so scared because she had such a huge, you know, supportive fan base, and I think lots of Wicked fans were like, oh, you know, who's this bird coming along thinking she can do this, you know? So I really felt that, but they were very supportive, and very quickly I felt loved.
The love of Wicked. I think Mormon's getting that following as well, isn't it? The Book of Mormon
I still need to see it. That's terrible, isn't it?
Well,
There's a lot I need to see.
Someone that you might know actually gave us a great quote. Was it? What did that lady say? Lindsay Haitley, who I
Oh my God, love Lindsay Haitley.
Had a couple of drinks and then laughed her face off.
Yeah, I was going to laugh until I burst or something.
I have to go and see it. That's right up my street. I'm a little bit naughty. I have a very crude sense of humour, actually.
It lives up to its height.
Myself on radio.
It does literally live up to its height. It's such a great show.
Amazing. I have to go and see it. I would have loved to see my friend Mark Evans in it, actually. He's recently finished doing the US tour.
Oh, wow.
And that would have been great. But I'll still go and see it anyway. With or without Mark.
One of our, Dan Looney, who we interviewed, he's just gone in as,
lovely.
I don't know who he's playing. Don't know, but good British person, so that's exciting.
Good.
We had a little tweet, actually, because I asked people if they'd like to ask questions. Someone would like to know, how does it feel to have a forthcoming album coming out with all original material? So
amazing.
So proud of you.
That's sweet. That's lovely. I'm super excited. It's what I've wanted for years, and it's you know, you have to wait for the right time and the right writers as well, and it has to be the right sound. And you know, all three of my albums have been very, very different. You know, if you go right back to the first one, You and I, it's just, you know, early days for me, and just wanted to put a collection of my favourite songs together, and so it's just me and a piano, you know, very, very raw. And then the second album, like I was, you know, immensely proud of. None of it was musical theatre, but it all had a lovely theatrical style about it, and I really enjoyed recording that. And then my last album, It's Time, was all real legit musical theatre, but done with orchestrations that, you know, that were already there. So the record company already had that music there, and I just put my voice on top. So this new album, I can't believe my luck. I've worked with Larry Blank a lot, doing lots of Friday night music night and all that kind of thing. He's absolutely wonderful conductor and orchestrator and composer, and he completely took me under his wing and introduced me to lots of people. And I met two writers, Richard Kagan and Michael J. And, you know, they've written for the likes of Celine Dion, for goodness sake. So I literally, last year, I went into the studio and recorded 4 songs for them just to get a feel of it, to see if it suited me. And it was as if those 4 songs were written for me. Wow. And I'm in Angel Studios with a full orchestra, singing my heart out in the booth, and it was so wonderful. And and then, you know, a few months back, we all got in touch and they said, right, we want to write for you. Let's do this album, let's do it. So, yeah, in April, I'm going into the studio again with a full orchestra, with Larry Blank conducting, and we're recording the rest of the album. So
Wow.
I'm very, very excited about that. And it's nice to sing something that you've never heard anybody else sing, so you can completely put your own stamp on it. Be great.
It's exciting. I have to say, looking at the track listing on It's Time, you meet both of one of my criteria and one of Nate's criteria, that you sing a song from The Wiz and The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, there you go.
We're very divided on this.
Has to be done.
He's The Wiz, I'm The Wizard of Oz.
No, I wanted to put in a couple of new ones, so I was allowed to, and I had Astonishing and Home, so I popped those on there as well. Oh, and A New Life I think I did as well.
And Astonishing's a big sing, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all big. And do you know, I was playing alphabet at the time, so it was really hard.
Wow.
I kind of wish I'd stuck to my guns and recorded it after, but it all came together and it all worked out. It was a case of, sometimes singing one song a fortnight, recording one song a fortnight and no more, because if I was ever tired, which was a lot, I couldn't go in the studio. Wicked was my priority, so it was long and slow, and but we got there in the end.
Do you have plans to go back to Wicked at all?
I don't have any plans, but never say never.
Madame Morrible maybe in
Exactly.
quite a few years' time.
I keep saying about that. So give me a few years, love, and I'll be there as Madame Morrible. But I had such a wonderful experience there, and also I left on a high both times. Even though I was asked to stay, it's a very difficult decision to leave a show like that. But I decided, I absolutely love this. I love the role. I've loved my time here. But there comes a time when you think you have to leave on a high and, try and chase other dreams. And that's what I've done every single time. So, but, never say never.
So what's up next for you? We both enjoyed Kiss Me Kate. We didn't watch it on when it was transferred. We didn't watch it on Catch Up again. Was that John Wilson? That man is a genius, isn't he?
Oh, my gosh. Absolutely. And I've wanted to work with him for years. And my time finally came, and I couldn't believe my luck. And I love Kiss Me Kate as well. I was actually in the production at the Piccadilly Theatre. No, not the Piccadilly. At the, I can't remember.
Was it Victoria Palace?
Victoria Palace. Gosh, my brain's fuddled. Years and years ago, so it was lovely to go back and this time play Lois Lane / Bianca. No, it was fantastic. I mean, as you can imagine, the Royal Albert Hall with John Wilson and his orchestra, it was, insane. It was so fantastic.
Was that
really good fun.
just the one performance you did of it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we had a month's rehearsals, a lot of work on getting the music right. John wanted everything as it was originally written. None of the revivals, none of that, just exactly how the piece was written, and to stick to that and get the style right. And so, just for one performance, but what a performance.
Amazing.
I mean, usually the productions, there are a kind of concert productions or kind of loosely staged. This was fully choreographed, fully stage directed. All that we had missing was, the wings and the bits and pieces of set flying in and out, but we had everything else. It was a full production.
It was
a
good Christmas viewing. We really enjoyed it. I think we sent some really embarrassing gushy fan tweet to you about it as well.
It was really weird watching it. I watched bits and then watched it a few days later when I could sit and absorb it, because it's I don't know if there's many people that would see themselves on TV and go, oh my God, I look and sound amazing. It's kind of sat there going, oh my God, cringe, I can't watch.
Well, I think our tweet may have well just said that you looked and sounded amazing, actually. So occasionally Nate and I get this overwhelming urge to tweet some female performer and tell them how amazing we think they look and sound.
You were so kind.
It was very good. So what's up next for you?
Oh, lots coming up next. I've just done a concert at the Charing Cross Theatre. I'm recording the album in April. I'm at GAY on the 21st of February with some special guests who I'll be announcing very soon. I'm at the Royal Festival Hall on the 28th. God, I should have written this down. 28th with Bond and Beyond, and that's with the London Concert Orchestra. So that's all the big Bond music. I did a tour of it at the end of last year, and it went down so well. And so we're back at the Royal Festival Hall on the 28th. I'm at the Cadogan Hall on the 1st of March Playing Our Parts, which is for Red Nose Day, Comic Relief. And there's loads of brilliant people. I'm back with Gina Beck and Killian Donnelly, who has been at Simon Bailey, Chloe Hart, Chris Howell, Laura Pitt-Polford, loads of people doing it, Laura Tebbett. So come along to that, because that's for a great cause, and we'll be singing lots of different bits and pieces. What else? Oh, I'm with Gabby Roslin, talking about The Route to Happiness that I recorded with Kerry Ellis and Ben Forster. That's on the 8th.
We
8th of March.
we played a track from that.
Yeah.
Have
Week
you?
before last and chatted to
Lovely.
Alexander.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We're
a
going
great
to go do some
recording.
promotion for that. Oh, and I've got a really special thing that I want to tell everybody. I'm organising and hosting a charity event on May the 10th, and it's going to be at the Grove Theatre in Dunstable. And when I say that I have pulled together the best list of male, leading men, it's absolutely fantastic. It's Daniel Boyes, Killian Donnelly, Ben Forster, Alex Gammond, Daniel Cook, Tom Lister, Hugh Maynard, Lee Mead, John Owen Jones, Ben Richards, John Robbins, Niall Sheehy, Oliver Thompson, and Michael Xavier. Thank you, and good night. So they're all going to be doing a brilliant concert for the Alzheimer's Society for me. So come to that, 10th of May, Grove Theatre, Dunstable. Actually, I think it's selling really, really fast. I don't even know if there's tickets left. But do try.
Do try.
Do try. And then there's some bits and pieces in the summer that I can't announce yet, but hopefully this week I will be able to.
So you're not busy at all then? You've not got much
No,
going on?
Really bored, nothing going on in my life, and need something to do. No, not at all. It's very exciting. I kind of went from having a very quiet. Well, I was doing pantomime in December and thinking, oh gosh, what's gonna happen next year? As all actors think, it's quite a frightening career. And then all of a sudden, everything came in. So so my year is almost mapped out for me.
Wow. And then it'll be next year, and that's it.
Exactly. Please don't, and don't you dare talk about Christmas.
Do you have a panto sorted? No.
We're not discussing it. We're not going there. Talk about the summertime.
I'm looking forward to the summer. We drove in today. It was very spring-like, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really
was
is.
Very lovely
Gorgeous
outside.
day. Beautiful.
So, if you can remember the five, can you tell us a little bit about each one of the five musicals you've chosen, the track, and why you chose them?
Yeah, I chose Our Time from Merrily We Roll Along. And I chose this. I wanted to try and think of five songs that weren't my obvious choices that I always say. I wanted to kind of put a bit of a new spin on it. And I went to see it last year when it was back in the West End with Jenna Russell, and just absolutely loved the music and loved the show and the pace of the show. And it takes me back to my college days at Lane Theatre Arts, because every year we would do a production of something in our little theatre studio. And so Kerry Ellis was Mary and I was Beth, and we did Merrily We Roll Along, and the song just starts and it just sends goosebumps all over my body. I just think it's beautiful, and Stephen Sondheim at his best.
It's one of his better. That sounded really rude with big Sondheim fans, but it's a great score, isn't it?
Oh, it's just incredible. I love every single piece, and I love all the bits in between. It's just it's superb. I love it.
And fascinating, isn't it? Such a great score, but still doesn't really quite work as a show. But it's just such a good score.
Oh, I love it.
It's lovely
I
listening to it in
really
the car.
do. Yeah.
So your second one.
My second one. I hope I've got the right order, by the way.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Sit Down, You Rock in the Boat from Guys and Dolls. Just incredible number. And when I say it used to get a standing ovation, it's the 11 o'clock number in the show, and it literally used to have people up on their feet at the beginning of Act 2. It's just such a high energy, fantastic song. Martin Ellis played it in London, and my dear friend Christian Patterson played it on the tour, and both of them absolutely ripped the roof off the ceiling. It's such a brilliant number, and a brilliant number to be involved in as well. As an ensemble, it's non-stop, full-on energy. I love it. Great memories from that show, so I chose Sit Down, You Rock in the Boat.
Excellent. Number three?
My next one, number three, is Suddenly Seymour from The Little Shop of Horrors. I love the film, always have, but again, it takes me back to my college days, and we did a production of it, and I used to sing Suddenly Seymour with my friend Stephen, and we could barely get through any of the songs without laughing at some point. It's just hilarious. And Ellen Green's brilliant, unique voice in the film as well.
She is
just so funny.
Such a lovely. We met her out. We went to see a show at the Trafalgar Studios.
Okay.
And we did the whole embarrassing stage door thing afterwards. And she's just beautiful. But
please tell me she's really lovely.
She's just like that in real life. She is Audrey.
I just want to hug her.
And she sang a little bit of Weird Romance in my ear for me, which was perhaps I was just so excited. She's just such a lovely person. So yeah, she's lovely.
Oh, good. We like to hear that. There's nothing worse than people that you idolise who suddenly are not very nice.
No.
So number 4 is It's Not the Same Moon from The Last Ship. Now, I chose this because obviously the show's just been on Broadway and it closed much earlier than expected, unfortunately. But my lovely, lovely friend Rachel Tucker was in it, and I was so immensely proud when she called me to say, I'm going to be on Broadway. I think we screamed a lot. And I'm just gutted because I didn't get to see her out there in it. I was, making plans to go out there this year to see her, but, fingers crossed something else happens with the show, because I've heard nothing but brilliant things about it, and I find the music so, beautifully haunting. And this song in particular has got that true Rachel sound, it's her gorgeous, breathy, husky tone, and it just makes me want to cry. So I love it. So I've been listening to it non-stop. So you have to play that.
Yep.
And my last song is from Jekyll and Hyde, and it's In His Eyes, which is a duet between Lucy Harris, who I played, and Emma Carew, or Lisa Carew, depending on the production. It changed a bit. I'm not sure why. But yeah, me and my friend Shona Lindsay used to sing this when we were in Jekyll and Hyde together, and I love the duet. I used to sing it at college, again with Kerry Ellis. We were always kind of put together for the duets. But it's a cracking song, and I haven't heard it in years and years. And I'm sure I'll, pull it out of my music folder at some point and sing it with somebody. But I love the song, so I'd like you to play that as well.
Excellent choices. I'm going to have to ask, this tour of Jekyll and Hyde, was it the one with Paul Nicholas in it?
Yes, because I saw it.
I saw that.
Yeah, me too.
I did.
Yeah.
It's a guilty pleasure, Jekyll and Hyde. I know
It is.
you shouldn't love Jekyll and Hyde as a show. I so
No.
shouldn't, but
For
I
me,
do love
it's the
it.
music, you see.
Yeah.
For me, it was when I became aware of Linda Eder, who I'm a huge
Who?
fan of.
Sorry.
Linda Eder?
No, have you never listened to Forbidden Broadway?
No.
Oh, well, there's a track from Linda Eder, and they introduced the biggest star you've never heard of, Linda Eder, and then they
I
go,
know.
who?
Who?
And so whenever it happens, one night where I always go who, but it seems to confuse people now.
You completely confused me. I genuinely didn't know who it was. But you're right. Lots of people don't know who she is.
No.
Because she has, unless I'm wrong, I might be completely wrong, this would be embarrassing, she hasn't done many shows.
No.
And it's all about, she's a recording artist, really. But, this was just written for her, this role of Lucy. She was married to Frank Wildhorn at the time, and it's just, big belting song after the next. And for me, I was a huge fan of the music before I did the show, and so it was all about the music for me.
Good choices.
Thanks.
Good choices.
So what was the Lindsay Haley thing you were going to ask?
Oh, about when you first met Lind. We went to see Barnum a couple of weeks ago,
Oh.
and we were very excited because she'd done 5 favourite show tunes for us the week before, and we went to see her, and we were both properly fanboy excited because it was Carrie from Broadway. I mean, seriously, and we were very excited to meet her. And she said that apparently you're a big fan as well.
Well, this is the embarrassing bit. When I was 12, going into 13, my 13th birthday, I was in Joseph at the London Palladium as part of the children's choir, and was completely obsessed with Lindsay Haley to the point where, I'm not joking when I say, she said with this little jacket with like gold sparkles all over it and little beads hanging off it, and I used to sit down at her feet, literally would all be around her feet while she was singing Pharaoh's Story, and sometimes like beads would fall off or sequins would fall on the floor. I would grab them and hold on to them and stick them in my big scrapbook saying, oh my God, Lindsay Haley's sequin. Just absolutely loved her. And I have her album on cassette tape.
Oh,
And
the best story ever.
and I used to play her singing Meadowlark over and over and over again. And then I met her for like the first time, actually at a radio interview. And I went a little bit starstruck. I couldn't look her in the eye. I didn't know what to do with myself.
But she's just a lovely person,
Oh,
isn't
she's
she?
so gorgeous.
So lovely.
But it was a bit weird. It just completely took me back, and I didn't quite know what to say. It's really weird.
Have you still got those sequins?
Oh yeah, I've still got the scrapbook.
I think you need to tweet out a picture of those for
I'll
us.
have to find it. I'll have to actually tweet. I've promised at my show at Charing Cross I would find it, and I will tweet one of the pages of my Joseph diary,
Oh, please do.
and how it was just the most magical experience for me as a 12-year-old doing this. But it's also very, very funny.
Oh.
And Anna Jane Casey was in it as well. Or, loads of people that now, even Nick Colicos, who I was in Kiss Me Kate with years back, I remember walking into rehearsal and saying, "I was in the children's choir when you were one of the brothers in Joseph." He was like, "Thanks a lot." He just made me feel very old. So yeah, there's lots of people that I used to follow around and frantically scream hello to backstage.
And now you have those people following you around.
I don't know about that.
Thank you so much for the chat. That was
pleasure. Lovely talking to you.
You too. And best of luck with everything you're up. I'm going to say everything. I can't list it. There's just too much. And maybe when the album comes out, we could have another little chat about that.
I'd absolutely love to.
Play a couple of tracks from that. Would be fantastic.
Yes, please. I'd love that.
Nate's got a track up first. What are you going to play first?
I thought I'd play the one from the last show.
Lovely.
Because I hadn't heard this and I listened to it the other day and it's a bit emotional, isn't it?
It's total emotion. Literally.
Yeah, I'll play It's Not the Same.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Every night upon the deck I'd watch the turning of the stars. All those constellations hanging from the cables and the rigging, or reflected on a dark lagoon. I'd see your face upon the moon. And now I'm here in front of you. I wonder if you see me true. The little girl I used to be, or the woman in this face. Like those stars, we've traveled light years since we've stood upon this place. And they all stretch out towards infinity. Getting further and further away. You have to help me figure something out. There's a good man bought a clod of land looking over the river. A man I love. He was good to me and Tom. And he asks me to marry him. And I don't say yes. Why is that? Because you know you care for someone else. A boy who danced with me, made promises in the moonlight. I love you, Meg. Oh. You love who I used to be. Arthur loves who I am. It's not the same moon in the sky, and these are different stars, and these are different constellations from the ones that you've described. Different rules of navigation, strange coordinates and lines, a completely different zodiac of unfamiliar signs. It's not the same moon in the sky. Those planets are misleading. So I shouldn't even try to take a bearing or a reading. Just accept that things are different. There's no choice but to comply. When smarter men have failed to see the logic as to why. It's not the same, no. It's not the same, no. It's not the same.